Hello, yes, I believe I probably am back among the realm of the living, if only as a temporary circumstance for circumstances of a different sort will make that any possibility for probably a better part of the remainder of next week and a half, I don't know. Something to that effect, but that has not yet taken effect as of right now, as of the remainder of the night, so I might as well take advantage of that to go ahead and do another one of these nice little sample bladder streams that I have been doing lately, if only because they're kind of nice to do, and I feel like they don't really imply as much preparation as a lot of the other ones do, and as you all know, I am terrible at that preparation thing. At least when it comes to this. Occasionally I decide that I need to be good at something, but I don't know. It hasn't, the cards have not really aligned with that in relation to me streaming lately, for whatever reason. But I believe that this is something nice to do anyway. So yeah, let me go ahead and check that the things that are supposed to be working the way that they are in fact working the way that they're supposed to be working. I have no reason to believe that is not the case at the moment, so I will head over to this scene and you can get a see. The wheel is getting ready in the background, and there's the timer, which is also ready, which I pretty much had to gamble on the fact that I was going to be able to go back to this page that I am getting the timer from and have everything about the browser window be configured exactly the same, so that it wouldn't have to reconfigure it on my end to get it to look the same. The filters and everything, but well, I say the filters, it's really just a crop filter. But yeah, let's see. One of these window capture things should be able to capture the wheel itself. I don't know if this is even technically the exact same address that I used to capture the wheel before, but it seems to work exactly the same way regardless, so I will take it. It does seem to be a slight problem with extreme lag that apparently is going on whenever I try to switch back and forth between these two tabs. That could be a problem, but it could also be blamed on any number of things about my very not optimal setup that I have right now with the insane amount of stuff that I have opened on the browser windows that you can't see, but that's alright. I mean, I can get this to work for a small window of time each time, then that will be good enough. So let's see, if I flash the window capture, will that actually let me see this immediately? No, it will not. I'll have to recapture this, but that's okay. That is perfectly within acceptable parameters, and so I have done it. So let's just go ahead and get started again. I have sort of kind of updated my list of stuff that I can have this thing pick, but it does seem to be lagging out again, as evidenced by the fact that the thingy doesn't show the spinning animation anymore. I could try to... And also this is very dramatic music for what's happening right now, but that's alright. Yeah, I get the feeling that it might just be within my best interest to copy this list of things and maybe try to figure out if I can find another one of the websites that I found on the freaking search that apparently are exactly the same as this, but aren't exactly the same as this as far as the URL. Also, hey Sergio, sweet. How's it going? Your timer disappeared a bit of the wheel. Yeah, it's just because it's just capturing the browser window that I just switched back and forth between two tabs to capture the wheel and the timer. Okay, so this is the one I clicked on. Is this gonna be exactly the same but with a slightly different look? Not quite. This is a considerably different look. Is wheelspinner.co gotta be what I'm after, because I would like to follow the same model as before, but no, this is also considerably different. What about spinner wheel? Which may not have been actually the first result. No, I get the feeling that I pretty much had what maybe exactly what I used before the first time. I guess we'll try one more time and just hope that it doesn't lag out when critical moment comes, which is kind of unlikely given that there isn't necessarily anything that I would actually call a critical moment in this process, but well, let me just see what happens when I try to spin the wheel. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that noise. I don't know if the other one made that noise. But let's see what we get regardless. Anyway, what a hell of a precedent for that result and that outcome, but there we go. I think we have the first winner here. Bumble, a game that technically exists on the chase list, and which I should be able to access without too much trouble. Let me just ensure that this is the case. Put this over here. I might have to do like some window magic because I think N64 stuff makes this thing go a little crazy. Oh, here it is. Guess I'm gonna fade out the Metroid Prime Hunter's music for a moment. Now the window size seems to be at least within acceptable parameters. I don't know if it's like optimal, but switch over to the thing that shows a timer, and I will now attempt to capture the game. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Just in time. Just got past like the opening logos, and now it says rural England, things are similarly normal on Earth, but not so ordinary situation is developing within the insect kingdom. A poisonous chemical spill that took place many years ago has affected the insect population of an abandoned chemical plant and its surroundings as well. I feel like some of these phrases should be oxymoronic. Only now is this disaster beginning to take its toll. The evil herd and insect super race affected by the pollution is now planning to take over the garden and beyond. The evil herd? Wouldn't that be the evil swarm or hive or something? Well, apparently it's the evil herd, and they have a queen even though it's herd. Superiority in the insect world, well, here's this track. And apparently Bumble is not down for that, so let's find out exactly what is going to happen. I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this. That's kind of the how it goes with all of these. Peppers up, down, I'm gonna say no. If this involves aiming with, you know, not just stick aiming, but N64 stick aiming, I feel like that's something that often inspires a lot of dread within me. Just gonna leave this as it is. Getting to really fun high score options. And I could do training, but let's be daring and just start a one-player game without any training and see exactly what happens. If a rumble like this to be used, well, I would if I could. Let's see what we get here. A forward herd scout unit has been sighted. Teleport from base and eliminate all the enemies you find in the area. So it'll be part of like some kind of bizarro insect resistance of like evolved insect resistance that also evolved thanks to the chemical spill, but that is against the evil insects who also evolve. I don't know. Let's see. Seems real. Okay, seems reasonably self-explanatory in a few ways, at least so far. I was a little hesitant to say that at first. I don't know if that 99 in the top left used to be 100 before I had that slightly ungraceful landing. Alright, so let me see. So if I hold on A, it looks like I go faster. Oh dear. Biggity Buck Bumble. Was that the official spelling of how that part of the song is supposed to be said? I don't know, I feel like that part that goes biggity I would have spelled with a T, but I don't know, I'm not an expert on onomatopoeic phonetics. wondering if I forgot to say that, which I get the feeling I did. Mean bee. And apparently, what exists beyond the actual main part of this game, which is literally the opening before you even get to the title. Well, it starts before the title, but it continues on into the title, technically, so... But certainly before you get to any gameplay by the looks of it. Okay, so... Oh. I'm not sure if I'm, like, getting hurt or anything when I actually collide with things, but... I get the feeling that there should be some urgency in the ways in which I'm... should be doing things, just because of the fact that there's a bonus thing that's counting down. But I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what to do if I were to try and do something. I can apparently shoot with C, but I haven't really seen anything else other than myself that's actually moving. There's this thing which looks very suspicious. Oh, okay. Apparently that's like a teleporter. I was very hesitant because that on first glance seemed more like something that was supposed to be shot at, but... Well, can we find anything new over here? Trusted source, genius, oh boy. So what are the genius annotations on that, these incredibly layered lyrics? Something I would like to know. Okay, I guess I found things to shoot, and I assume that shooting them is something that is inherently good. As you can see, video games are training me to be extremely violent. I will extrapolate all of these skills with no filtration whatsoever into reality. Oh boy, okay, well, I guess that was my objective or something, because the herd gate is open. And if I were to go by the little opening cutscene that happened, okay, so yeah, this thing, this little red door that I passed by before is the herd gate. Oh dear, okay. I thought that dude that just came at me was actually gonna be able to hurt me, but... Then again, I still wouldn't quite know where to look for some kind of... Oh, I got an achievement for switching my weapon, which apparently can be done with the C buttons. Even if I did get hurt, I'm not quite sure which part of the screen would reflect that, but okay. I'm guessing that maybe it's that red bar on the top right, but I'm having a really hard time because if it is changing at any moment, I am not paying attention to it at that moment. I'm not quite sure why I'm collecting these things either, but apparently they're giving me more points. I get the feeling that it is a red bar, but still not to the point of actually being able to assert that with confidence. Okay, I guess I can actually land. That's nice. So I would like to imagine that I actually have to, you know, shoot at these large things as well. Okay, yeah, never mind. That actually was noticeable. Not quite sure what actually hit me there beyond the other flying dude that was left behind me somehow shot an explosive at me. Maybe I should try the other weapon. Hold on. Just to see what it does. Anyway, doesn't seem to have any kind of a better rate of fire, but I guess it's fairly alright to assume that it actually does. Alright, so we are good. If it doesn't have a better rate of fire, then surely it must have a better damage output. Oh no. I am dead. I failed the mission. And let's try that again. I suppose I have a slightly better idea of what to do right now. Let's see. I do notice though that even if I start from the beginning, I don't have full health starting out. And I'm honestly wondering if there's anything at all that I can do. What if I press start? Review briefing audio options. Eliminate all enemies. That's all you need to know. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like any of the other options I have are going to lead me into anything that I haven't already seen just by browsing the stuff from the main menu, so... A little perplexed as to what I could do. So if I press L or R, apparently it just makes me do a little somersault thing. Not too sure what that accomplishes beyond maybe if it's like in Afterburner where you just kind of do that to give yourself iframes to dodge enemy attacks, which maybe that's what it's for, I don't know. I'm still not terribly clear on like what the point of collecting these little shields or whatever they are that are suspended in midair actually is. Like some of them don't look like shields, they look like little orbs like the one that I just picked up, but they don't seem to do anything regardless of what they are, beyond just raise the number count in the corner. So I must assume that I shouldn't be terribly concerned if I can't like collect any given one of them. It doesn't seem like I'm really gonna be able to necessarily experience much of this game beyond this first area, but sometimes that do be how it be. Well, maybe this time in the second section after we eliminate this first contingent will be different. Something that's kind of throwing me off too is like the little flittering wings on the protagonist, whom I must assume is Bumble. Sometimes when I am like lined up with an enemy in front of me, it just kind of confuses me and makes me think that the wings are actually part of the enemy, so makes me think that I am still in danger when that is not necessarily the case. Oh jeez. Oof, okay. I'm not quite sure if I avoided damage there or if I didn't, but I'm sure I took at least some damage. A hard time imagining that that is not the case. I'm not sure if I take damage when I like manage to shoot these guys down as they're dashing at me and they like nick me while they're going down, but it seems like a fair assumption. Yeah, look right there. It does seem to be a fairly common occurrence considering that you don't really seem to have very versatile aiming in this game. Pick one of these up, or am I like at the limit? Well, I have at least 200, which is more than I had before, so if either 200 or 150 is the actual limit, I must assume that it must be the latter. What is this now? Grenade launcher. It's kind of weird that you get these retro achievements from switching to the weapon instead of just collecting the weapon, but that's... ooh. What did I just do? Apparently pressing C button right also makes you do a little loop. I don't know. Oh shit, I didn't actually get to use that, but I guess that actually worked out, never mind. I was actually quite lucky because I wasn't actually being judicious with my aiming that time. So to switch between weapons, apparently it's C button left and down, go figure. I'm not quite sure what those things are that I keep like flying past in the middle there. Should I be trying to attack those? Oh, maybe. Do these count as enemies? Apparently I cannot suffer anyone who is of the opposition to live. I don't know if these are anything like that, but these are... I guess those things on the top maybe were like mines of some sort, and they're the ones that actually make the noise when I pass by. Yeah, I really don't like stick aiming. I don't know how much this is readily coming across in my handling of this game, but I'm quite averse to it. And I do see that other bulky enemy down there. Let's see if I can at least clear this guy off. But I probably would consider the more immediate threat before I try to deal with that. And furthermore, kind of got lucky with the shot that I did on the last one, but am I also able to neutralize this thing without utilizing better weapons than just default weapon? would be quite a good... Oh, Jesus Christ, what? What just happened? Did I run into some kind of explosive that I wasn't aware of? Oh, alright, I guess we're just gonna, like, speed through this time. Screw these little pickups. They don't seem to do anything anyway. Let's go through. Let's proceed exactly as we did before, maybe, possibly. It would help if I actually were able to get hits on the enemies, including that one that was apparently just out of sight there. I'm gonna fly past you, and you are not apparently gonna be very proactive about giving chase, so that works out for me. I do like that you have at least a good degree of control over your velocity at any given moment, at least. Kind of fine-tune that. That is one positive point about the controls in this game that I have found so far. Seems to be a bit of an exception though, oh boy. I don't know if I managed to eliminate all that time. I did not. No, I did. Because I fancy that I heard another one of those guys still hovering around before or behind me. That's what I was looking for. I don't have to speak English. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think these striped things in the ground, like flower buds or whatever they are, apparently those can just blow up if you get close. Or at least I must assume so based on how my last rip went. Oh, jeez. But it's not quite the same reaction that I would have if like a bug came up buzzing loudly in my face in real life. But in spirit it's quite comparable. Let me see, there is some place around here that I managed to pick up at the other weapon that I did pick up in the other timeline, right? I will pick it up. I just noticed that I have it in my inventory. I am good at paying attention, so let's see. So I will not bother trying to attack these things with anything that isn't this. I suppose this seems to be the effective approach. I did not really see if the one that exploded over here dropped anything, but I guess maybe not. Alright, time to see if there's any more of, well, there's those like mines, but I suppose as long as I assume they're mines, I don't think I've ever actually run into those, but if there's anything else in the air over here, which there is. Not anymore though. So apparently these, like, fucking bee-pattern flower buds down here, or at least they look like that, kind of, are deadly. Oh, that didn't hit. But that did. Oh, but that wasn't the final enemy, apparently. There's this guy. I either didn't notice, or was just actually absent before. And if my calculations are correct, that should be pretty much the final enemy. I also see, like, this radar. That's in like top middle, but I don't think we have actually gotten any use out of that so far. If it actually shows anything useful, I don't believe that I've taken notice of it. Suppose I will try to blow up the things up here. Maybe these things count as things that are hazards or antagonistic towards me. There's another guy over there. There are no more guys, right. So at least something does happen as soon as you actually do what you're supposed to do. Alright, after multiple flagrant failures, we managed to complete the first mission. I guess we could save the game, why not? But, alright, game save, okay. We can at least take a look at the second mission, ready to run before the next 4 minutes are up. It seems to have a radar network that pinpoints our position. 3 satellite uplinks must be destroyed. for our location to remain a secret. We understand that one of the raider dishes is hidden beyond a secret passage. But once you go beyond that secret passage, it's just plainly visible, I would imagine. Alright, well, how hard could it be? Do I get to keep like the same amount of ammo maybe from one mission to the next? That would make things a little bit different. I don't know why I want to do that, but based on the fact that it blew up, I assume that it's yeah, it was a good thing. Apparently that was the key to opening the herd gate. That's, I mean, right at the beginning in this mission, so... I don't know, I mean, there's like the meme song that's at the just title screen and opening and title screen of this game, but so far I don't know that I would say anything else that I have seen necessarily stands out to me. Yeah, it occurs to me that I also haven't kind of forgot to do the thing where I show the name of the game in the corner, but oh well. I can just do that for the next one. And so on and so forth. That does seem to be a trend. Like at least the past two of these that I've done. So I guess the objective is no longer kill everything, it is now kill the satellite dishes, which I believe I am doing, unless I am somehow not doing it. Also, hey Akar. Yeah, nothing seems to be happening, so let's see if I get close. Apparently not much of anything. On title screen music in this game is quite hard to tell apart. Yeah, I would imagine it would be. I mean, I think if you were to... Oh, okay, I guess it was in fact doing something. It just took a while. But if I were to listen to the first, like, the theme from the previous mission and the theme from this mission, like in a continuous mix, I don't know if I would notice that they were two different tracks, assuming that in fact they are. Maybe it's like a dynamic suite thing, like with Visual 2. Maybe that's giving this too much credit. Maybe it's like that, but in a meta sense, in that like at least both of these tracks probably come from like the same set of samples, just arranged in a different way. So it's the same source, but not quite the same from one moment to the next. I mean, it's doing a few things this track, but quite enough to where I would say I can remember this easily. Can I find the next raider dish thingy within the next 30 seconds? I'm guessing that it probably is within my best interest to like feel the enemies anyway, because that's probably the way to like open the gates to the next section. Or what have you, but I get the feeling that we're not going to be able to see the next raider satellite dish. Unless I actually get to notice that, yeah, well, never mind. Maybe I can just open that without killing any more enemies here. Oh, ouch. Rude, rude. Stick up behind me when I'm trying to blow up your stuff. Ooh, well, time is up. Let's confirm if blowing that thing up was the only thing that was necessary to open this gate here. I mean, it does seem to be following a circuit, but yeah, can we at least get a glimpse of the next raider? Yeah, it's right there. Can I blow it up like much faster if I use this instead? Oh, it doesn't even take one shot with this thing, even though this thing one-shots like takes at least 2 shots. You know, this thing one-shots the big bulky guys on the ground, but yeah. Also notice I have like no lives left, so this is kind of my cue, I think, to figure out a few things. Ooh, okay, first I can blow these things up and get rid of them completely. Maybe find some kind of secret underground passageway, but what I really wanted to find out is to see if there's... Kill the weevils, what? Oh, okay, this is technically the enemy. And, well, I guess I will say this. Oh, okay, there we go. They shot me down. They did operate the way that I expected them to, and that's game over. Oh, I get to input my name though. to at least 5 letters by the looks of it. There we go. And back to the title screen, which I guess is, just got a way to send this game off as anything. But there you go. Bumble, bizarre game. I'm gonna have to remind myself at this point though, if I were to go to my Chase records and I were to look at the Bumble entries, there like literally anything there that isn't the title theme. So I don't know if I can really think of anyone. I mean, I say that I can't really think of anyone who actually would push to include like any other tracks from Bumble in that wasn't the title theme, but with the kind of stuff that makes it into the Chase, you never know. But yeah, that was Bumble, the first game in the lineup that ended up being tonight's lineup. So let's see what the next one is gonna be. Just move right along with this very bizarrely present noise that this version of the wheel does. How could it be? At least Sanxion? What? It almost wasn't Sanxion, but it actually was Sanxion. Which I think is kind of one of a bit of a special case in that it is one of those games that is known for the loader, as well as stuff that isn't in the loader. But it's kind of odd in that the loader is part of the experience, and yet that technically doesn't involve any gameplay whatsoever. But we will get to that regardless. So let's see. I should be able to just produce this with no problems. Oh yeah, and I should probably actually use this thing that actually shows the name of the game. Let's see. Thankfully we are not playing Skonikar today. We are actually playing Sanxion currently. Today or probably ever again, given that I actually played through it, and yeah, I don't want to go back to that game at any given time. So let's see. It should just be a matter of, I think this will work. Well, I don't want to show that. I want to show this. Yeah, this will work. This versus credit theme is like a little meatier than I thought it was. I don't think that any of the generic boss fights in Metroid Prime Hunters are actually enjoyable enough that I would want to remember them, experience them for any longer than I would have to. I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember that I pretty much had to cheat at Metroid Prime Hunters just to be able to get to the end of that game, because the generic boss fights that you have to repeat in that against like the Slench and the Credifid are not really what you would call that great or enjoyable, but at least the rest of the bosses are kind of alright. But let me see. Where is Sanxion? I think it's here. It is this, right? Yeah. Press play on tape. Searching. Found Sanxion. I could put it in warp speed mode, and I probably will for at least some degree of this, but I will have to put a stop to that once the actual loader starts up. Well, I'm putting it in warp speed now, but oh, there it goes, never mind. And since this is kind of part of the experience, I think it's a fair thing to start up the timer at this point. Given that, I'm pretty sure from a lot of perspectives, the loader is pretty much the highlight track of this, and you don't really get to experience this once the game actually starts, so. But here we are. Sanxion and Thalamus on the side. Which, if I recall, has some kind of relation to the track itself, at least during the loader, maybe? I don't know if think I've heard it set as Thalan music. And I don't know if that's supposed to be like what the track itself is supposed to be called, or if that's who made the track. I think it's something to that effect. But yeah, I mean, you kind of get the idea of what the game itself is probably going to be like, but yeah, give it a few minutes to think about it, because this is the loader for a C64 game, so you get what's to be expected. All the music is the official but seldom used title of this song. Well, there you go. Thalamus is a company, I think. Well, that would make sense if they render it like that, and then technically there is a slightly different depiction of that word that's used for the track title. But I can only afford to show one without making it confusing. Always need more C64 games, well, you know. Maybe if my Microsoft server got out of limbo, we could experience at least one C64 game that I submitted, and also one that I don't remember if it was the C64 version or the ZX Spectrum version. I want to say that it was the Spectrum version of Mountain Mick. But yeah. Certainly could be more. I'm also gonna take a quick look at, might as well hold this place, at my notes of like perspective Microsoft stuff. Do I have anything more in mind that would be C64 related other than the Batman one, which I think is quite good, mind you. I have plenty of Flash game stuff that I could add in, but like, I think the only Microsoft that's of the many that I've sent, none of which Cats has gotten back to me on. I'm pretty sure the only one that's just implicitly flat out rejected at this point, thanks to the Ninja Warriors rule, is Elder Scrolls Arena. Oh yeah, there's also Duet on C64. I used that, the title theme of that for a guessing game once, because it's pretty much a rip-off medley of like 3 prog rock tracks from the 80s. Namely, Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield, I think it's called House of the King by Focus, and also the battle from like the Journey to the Center of the Earth album from Rick Wakeman. So I could also add that one at some point, if I have the capacity to. Right, the song seems to be going away. I don't know if it's gonna like come back or anything. Or if I should use this as my cue to... Yeah, I think I should use this as my cue to bring back the warp and see if we can get to the game now. Okay, and here's the other track from Sanxion, which is just a rendition of the Montagues and Capulets track from Prokofiev, I think. Which I think is also called March of the Knights from some sources, but here we go. Sanxion by Stavros Vasilis and Thalamus, and SOB as the top scorer, which is all the top scorers have 0 points by the looks of things. So I don't remember if I actually have the controller that I use configured with this thing, or if I need to actually use a keyboard. I get the feeling that I actually have to use the keyboard, so I will go ahead and get this right now, so excuse the very loud clacking sounds that are going to be heard shortly. Of course, I'm not entirely sure if this track actually, you know, continues on into the game, or if it stops once I actually start the game, so I'm a little hesitant to actually start it up at this time for that reason. But it does seem to have hit the looping point anyway, so I guess that'll be my cue. Yep, no, it stops. Okay. So let's see. What is the game actually about? Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I briefly tested all of these C64 games, and I remember now this is gonna be a... Wait, what? Okay, apparently yeah, I wasn't supposed to touch that. This is gonna be an interesting experience. Ooh, okay, so there's some sound, but it's not really what you would call a melody. And yeah, getting ahead in the screen doesn't really result in you just getting ahead. It results in you going quite a bit faster, so... Kind of got that awkward one-dimensional control thing, because there's not a whole lot of buttons to work with, I suppose. So you have to make do with certain dynamic mechanics like this, like in the friggin' NES Ghostbusters game, where apparently your proximity to the edge of the screen also just determines your velocity. I kind of want to get closer to the edge just so I can hear these sound become more and more high-pitched, but at the same time I don't, because I know that I will die very quickly. All camera stuff is incredibly confusing. Yeah, that as well, but I mean, I feel like, you know, as I'm playing the game right now, I'm not really using the top one other than just to, well, there we go. To try and get an idea of things, hazards that I'm gonna see in like 2 more seconds. Okay, yeah, apparently I can't really go past the... Oh, well, that was the game over point anyway. I just wanted to, like, get as fast as possible there. Can I write my name? That seems to be me. Oh, wait. Apparently I can't write my name just by hidden keys. I have to, like, scroll up and down at a very fast and kind of unwieldy speed to actually enter my letters, like in the kind of an arcadey style. And apparently, if you like get a game over and go to the name enter screen, you also get that title theme again, but only for as long as you remain there. Apparently, if you press, like, once you're done entering your name, it just tosses you right back into the game. Oh, okay. Not a very effective use of the shots there. I am a little tempted to just, you know, bring back my playlist temporarily, since this technically doesn't have any music of its own, this actual gameplay part. I suppose I just might. Let's see. I would say that all I have to do is press the play button on my keyboard, but I don't think that's technically true, because that's bound to Music B and not iTunes, which is the one that the stream, like, display of which track is playing is actually going to read off of. So I guess I'll just have to do that when I have a moment of free time, once I die again, which I suspect will in fact come. And I don't know, this gameplay is, you can pretty much just tell exactly what it is just by looking at it. I feel like every time that I haven't been hit by one of those green things that comes from behind. Just been very lucky. Oops, yeah, we'll go with that. Got even less score than last time, but let me see. Let me go back to... Let me skip the credit track and see what else I can come up with. Demon's Crest, I think, yeah. Trying to remember what the context is for this track, because I feel like I can probably tell you the context for just about any Demon's Crest track, but not necessarily the name of it. I want to say that this is at the very beginning of the game, before you fight the prologue boss. I think that's right. And yeah, here's a problem with the green things as well. You can pretty much tell, you can kind of tell if you're really paying attention, rather it's not really a sure thing at all. But you can kind of tell if you're looking at the top screen when they're coming, but you can't tell what altitude they're gonna be at, so you kind of have to get lucky there. I don't know if it's gonna be on the top part of the actual, you know, thing that shows the screen from the side or not. And I don't know if, like, raising my velocity at that point is gonna help. I feel like there's definitely a... you know, well, I don't know, so far all the ones in this particular timeline have come from the bottom, but I don't know if I'm gonna be that lucky all the time. This doesn't sound like the normal force trigger amount from Curse of Darkness, I don't think. feel like it's been quite a while since I played the game, honestly. I feel like it's one of the Castlevania games that I played the least, technically speaking. It's in no small part because it's one of the games that I never owned for real. QPS this time. Let me actually take a moment to look at the Cave of Jiggermount. Yeah, it's like one of the alternative submaps of Forest of Jiggermount. I should probably actually take some time to replay this game once I actually submit it to the chase, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my next submission once Valkyrie Profile is through. Ouch, ouch. And yet ironically, even though it does contain some of my favorite tracks, including what is probably my favorite track in the entire Castlevania series of OSTs, there's also quite a bit of stuff that I don't know quite as well as I should, just because I didn't play it as much as a lot of the other ones. But that's nothing that another playthrough, like writing up another file of context notes, can't fix. I'm really kind of wondering if there's a way to something. No, it's not. Never mind. There's like two buttons that I can press beyond the directional buttons, but it doesn't seem like the second button does anything. So I was just kind of wondering if I could, like, I don't know, like shoot behind me and try to neutralize the green object when it comes. But no, apparently the smart thing to do, quote unquote. It might not be smart depending on the circumstances, but something that seems like a fairly sensible course of action is when one of those things is coming up behind you, just don't be at the far left edge of the screen and get a little bit ahead instead, and then you can try to dodge, but it doesn't quite work out a lot of the time. LPS, you can tell, oh, that was technically the highest score that I got so far. But yeah. I don't really know if you really technically need 20 minutes to demo this game, and that I think that in significantly less time than that you can actually kind of see. Well, I don't know, unless there's like an actual ending to the game, which might very well be the case, but I don't know like what that would be. I can definitely believe that there wouldn't be an ending to the game at this point, that it would just be like procedural until the end of time, until you die. But maybe there is. Doesn't seem like much of anything is changing beyond the backgrounds as you proceed, though, and also whether or not the enemies are like colors or monochrome. Like these guys had like the freaking fruit cocktail palettes, but then the rest of them are just grey. It says about me that I can immediately recognize Waltz or Lazy Chair Room from this soundtrack, but I can't recognize Proboscis Ferry, which was in a VGME recently. I'm actually trying to remember if I ever actually unlocked the Proboscis Ferry familiar in that game, because it's like one of those things that you kind of have to work for. Oops. I'm pretty sure that's when I wanted to bright the first time, but I didn't realize that it has that weird name entry system that's more like an arcade game. I can't think that I think I ever even tried to play any of the either, not really any, just either of the PS2 Castlevania games in like the extra modes. Like in Lament of Innocence you have Joachim mode, which I don't think I ever played. And I think you can maybe also do Pumpkin mode. I'm trying to remember if you can do Pumpkin mode in that one or in Curse of Darkness, or if the Pumpkin presence in Curse of Darkness is just like as a secret familiar. I think that it's the latter, and you can only actually play as him in Lament of Innocence. But in Curse of Darkness you also have like, I think there's a mode where you play as Trevor Velmond, and there's also Crazy mode, which is just like even more difficult than the normal mode, which is kind of crazy in and of itself. It's quite apropos, given that the regular mode is plenty difficult. And yeah, this also gives me like a... I don't know, if I were to describe this game in a few words, I feel like what I would say is Silver Surfer if it were a little bit more fair. Gyps this time. Hoops. But at the same time, I don't know, because, you know, I did also already demo Silver Surfer on here and did not finish a single stage in that kind of predictably. But I also had that vague memory that it's one of those games that I played on emulator like years and years ago. And I was just very bored and with nothing much else to do. And I'm pretty sure that at that time I actually managed to get to the end of the game, whether with save states or with like Game Genie cheat codes. And like at least in Silver Surfer you can say that, very technically speaking, that you can actually beat the game, and there's you have like some assurance that you can beat the game from the moment you start playing, kind of, because you get the stage select. Or at least that you can beat each stage, and well, kind of implicitly if you can beat all the stages, then you would be beating the game, right? And I don't know if that necessarily can be inferred from any part of this. I mean, it seems a bit more survivable if you were to... like, considering that this is procedural, well, except for that, the attacks from behind thing, I still don't understand it in a way that I am satisfied with. Also, I got distracted for a moment because I wanted to check if the thing on the side was going to be a problem, but it's not. But yeah. I mean, this might as well be Silver Surfer sometimes with how grey everything is in some of these scenes. Ooh. Okay, I didn't even kind of notice that one there. But we only got a couple more minutes left of this demo. Let's see how many more XPs. Having established numerous contacts within the C64 development scene through the popularity of their SAP64 gaming magazine, Thalmus were able to sign up Finnish programmers Stavros Fasulas. Finnish programmers Stavros Fasulas. I thought Stavros was like a Greek name, but what do I know? Develop their first 3 titles: Sanxion, Delta, and Quidex. Sanxion was the first release to Bear. Well, I got 2 at once, so I was kind of screwed. Bear the Thalmus name and garnered a Sizzler rating from SAP64, led to accusations of favoritism from Rebel publication Commodore user. Oh boy. I mean, I don't know. If I were like, oh, I didn't even qualify for the high score table that time. If I were to say which one of the C64 games that I have demoed from this list so far I would rather play again, I think it would be Commando. That's like not a difficult one. But maybe one of the other ones will change my mind about that, who knows. Rob Howard provided the music for the first 2 titles, while Matt Gray provided the music for Quidex. The music, the loading tune accompanied the C64 version of Sanxion, probably so popular amongst fans that SAP64 later included a full synthesized version on other copy cassettes. Really? I think I've heard that version. Well, the magazine started putting out games and giving them good reviews. Nothing wrong with that. To me, I don't know. Once I can't really see the iTunes window right now, but I think this is like the Dracula's Castle music from Curse of Darkness, yes. Which is actually the final stage in Curse of Darkness for once. And a lot of the other Castlevania titles, it's just kind of the name of the first stage. Well, there we go. I managed to run out the clock while doing this. I guess I can just kind of try to go a bit more suicidal and stay near the middle of the screen. Yeah, I don't know if I would call this a Sizzler. Like, maybe I would be a little bit more inclined to oh, there you go, to give a judgment like that, you know, taking relative impact and stuff into account if they at least put another music track of similar quality for the actual gameplay part of it, but there you go. That was Sanxion. And yeah, I think we've seen what we needed to see of Sanxion. Yeah, that might sway me a little bit more to have a slightly better opinion of it, but as it is, I don't know. Like, even if it was just like one of the 2 tracks that was already there, if I had that to distract me a little from the gameplay aspect in a pure sense, and maybe I would be more inclined to have a more favorable outlook, but wasn't quite what we ended up getting, so let's see. Lower the volume on this one just a little bit, and I will see what game is next here. I guess we haven't really had any lag problems with the wheel, at least. I just forgot that we did that. Here it is again. What do we got this time? Oh, is it going to be another super special C64 thing, or is it set I think this one is set expectant technically, but it looks like we're running through these pretty quickly. It's Agent X time. So it would appear. Ooh, and we got Gabriel Knight in this playlist, I forgot about that. Let's see. Current game. To actually have the oh, that's not what I need. This is what I need. Have the text source for showing the name of the game as current game :X, so that's actually kind of fitting that that would be the next thing here. Yes, ZX Spectrum, by the looks of it. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I did actually test this one too, but with any luck I won't have to change anything weird. Also, hey Choco Kiki, it is at Summit, so what's going on? I'd like to assume that that means that you've powered through the ads and you can actually hear what's going on now, but yeah. What's going on yourself? We're hanging around, as usual, doing another one of these whatchamacallit streams in which I play through. Okay, well, the software capture doesn't seem to be working for this, so it looks like I'll have to use this again. There we go. Let's see, how do I actually make this work? Just like this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, just straight into it. I think I vaguely remember that you actually do continue to hear this into the game. I guess we will find out for ourselves. So. Now, would you read this screen as press a key or press a key? Yes, I will do the big brain play and do both at once. Okay, no, never mind, you don't actually take it here into the game, at least not this part of it. Okay, so I don't quite remember. I do vaguely remember that I tested this and it was a little bit more awkward than the other stuff. I'm going to try to... yeah, 2, 3, 2. I guess we're going to try keyboard control. Or are we? I think we can actually do this with like one of the joystick controls and it's like less awkward. I'm gonna set it to Kempston joystick and see what that does. For me, stop the tape, press any key, but do not rewind. Okay, okay, yeah, you definitely do not... I'm gonna start the timer because I feel like I'm gonna need that. This isn't quite controlling as it's supposed to right now. But this is the game. I'm pretty sure that car that's going up and down and all that good stuff is me, but I don't know if I'm actually able to control it at this point, because I might not have this configured correctly. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I don't think anything that I am doing is actually doing anything here. Let's see. You know what, let me see if I can, like, reset this and, like, do it better this time. Let's listen to this some more. Since this is technically and theoretically one of the things that draws this game to our radar today. This intro theme, which, well, has a very distinctive sound indeed. I think this is, I mean, I'm guessing this is also the reason that it was, like, chosen as a Microsoft to begin with. Apparently this is, like, one of the themes that is created by the Fallens. Yeah, Team Fallen. Or you may also know from things that sound distinctly not like this, such as, I don't know, Block, Silver Surfer, which I was talking about earlier, and Pictionary, I don't know. feel like I actually, oddly enough, have some trouble coming up with a good number of the stuff that Team Fallen has actually scored, but yeah. Unfortunately, I assume that the controller is not actually going to help me with this, but I do remember that I did actually get this to work somewhat before, so I guess it's probably a safe enough bet to assume that I'm actually going to be able to control this if I pick the keyboard controls instead. But yeah, I'm actually kind of wondering just how far this strike goes, because it's very much one of those strikes that you can immediately tell what it is, as if you know it at all. As soon as you hear like the first second of it. Oh lord, apparently it goes like 8 minutes. I don't know if I can really keep it going for that long, but generally those seem to be doing different things as it goes on. I don't know like how many people would really listen this far in, just like sitting at the title screen like this, but I don't know. Maybe in the 80s you could set up your ZX Spectrum and have this game and Tim Fallen be your DJ for a raid that you would throw. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'll end up doing is just like wait for the track to do something different than what it's doing right now. And I think that's as far as I will let it play for now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like there is nothing that can happen at this point in this type of streams that I would be less or be more averse to than Sonic Art, but there are certain times that just kind of make me wonder, okay, never mind, it stopped. How fortuitous I actually was. Pretty much anticipating exactly what I was going to end up doing regardless. Okay, let's just stick with keyboard control. Where's any key? Ooh. Okay, yeah, I think the main thing to figure out here is just gonna be like which keys to what. Oh, okay, some of the keys. I think, okay, Q makes you go closer to the top of the screen, or to the front part of the screen rather. It's just gonna be a matter of, okay. Oh, apparently Q makes you go up and A makes you go down, kind of. Sometimes it makes you go down, not really that time. Okay, so I guess because you started the limit as far down as you can go, that's why. If I could figure out which of the keys make you go left and right, that would be a good thing. But right now I'm just being shoved around. That's the only way that I can move left and right. It's not the arrow keys, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't seem to be the numbered bed either. Let's see. And like apparently the entire bottom row of letter keys just makes you jump. Seems pretty weird. Maybe it's one of the number keys? No, numbers don't really seem to do anything either, but you can kind of start to figure out exactly what the... well, maybe not exactly, but get a vague approximation at the very least of what's supposed to be going on here. Let's see, maybe shift or control or something like that. Control, enter. The symbol keys? No, apparently that's not it either. I don't control any of this with the mouse, do I? I don't think so. Can you see the mouse, actually? No, I don't think I can. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what they're trying to do is, like, fill up the distance meter on the right without filling up the proximity to death meter on the bottom. Oh, okay. I, like, barely did anything, but I managed to, press the key button or rewind. Oh, hold on. It would help if I were to select this properly. Okay, there does seem to be a problem, and that problem is going to carry over into this part because I am still entirely uncertain as to how to move left and right, so I feel like I'm just going to move a lot, or die a lot faster this time. Okay, so I can jump with Q. That's still a thing. Apparently I can like kick around with some of the keys, but okay, I am dead. The president has been brainwashed, and the stupid Nurk has started World War III. You dufted, you lousy jerk. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll try something different this time, but I guess might as well just kind of keep restarting if I can not figure out exactly what it is that I can. Ooh, taper. That's unfortunate. Apparently we can't do it with a singular joystick. What about a cursor joystick? It's like literally the only one that we haven't tested out yet. Taper as well. Alright, I'll try the Campstone joystick again, and I think that was a bit of a problem though. Oh, never mind. Taper. Wait, can we like not do anything anymore, independently of what we pick? Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me start things up again here. It's quite alright. Let's start from the beginning by loading the tape from scratch, shall we? Let me try one of the other joysticks again, I suppose. Just start it up like this. Press the keyboard to not rewind. Okay, so apparently with a singular joystick I can actually move around with the arrow keys, so this is immediately preferable. But now the other thing that I'm gonna have to figure out is which button is the jump button, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna need that as well. It doesn't seem to be spacebar or anything from the bottom row, oddly enough. I guess I'll also bring back the iTunes playlist for a bit, so it's not just like silence. This is quite fitting, surely, for the secret agent car chase thing that's going on here. Okay, yeah, it's gotta be my main concern at this point. How do I jump? Of course, the main thing that I should be asking is how can a car jump, but apparently Alt is for. Well, I don't think if Alt paused it because it's supposed to be like a pause button, or if it's just because of the way that this is being run. But yeah, this might be a problem. Let me try to press buttons on the other thing that I have here and see if that does anything. No, not really. So this might be a problem. I would have to like mess with the settings and figure out exactly what the cause for that is. Okay, I found something. Apparently 0 jumps. And yeah, let's see if with this discovery I can make it to the end of this, this driving section without losing any more lives. Very serene sci-fi music for the very sci-fi stuff that's going on here, but like, I don't know what these things, just like death tiles that show up on the road, are that apparently any car that runs into them is going to die, but must be very, very sci-fi, just like Metroid Prime, if they're able to do something like that. Oh, okay. I had gotten screwed there just because I wasn't going to be able to dodge out of the way. Well, we lost 2 lives because we can apparently get killed not only by running into these checker tiles and these like mirror-like tiles, but also by being shoved onto the edge of the screen by the other cars. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I have absolutely no idea what to do at this point once you get to this part of the game. You can kind of walk around and try to not get destroyed by these endless supplies of enemies that come rushing at you and hazards, but even if you do manage to survive that, don't really know that you can perform any actions that would lead to you actually winning the game. You can keep running past these like computers in the background, but then what? Danger. High voltage. I don't think you can like kick the computers themselves. It's not quite Metal Gear. Oh boy, what track is this? I actually don't recognize this at all. Something EX Crosscode? Oh, it's one of the unknown tracks from Crosscode. That would explain why I don't recognize it at all, I suppose. Wait, what? Okay. Well, apparently we made it to a new scene just by... okay, just by walking very far in one direction, and I don't know what we're supposed to do here exactly, but I guess we just... I made maybe trying to shoot this shadowy figure in the middle while also shooting these things that end up being shot at me from these side compartments. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm trying to shoot the junction boxes in the middle, or not. Never mind. I just lose all my lives. You lousy jerk. You duffed it. You done duffed it again. I always feel compelled to press the A key whenever I see that intro prompt, but there we go. Well, that is pretty much Agent X, but we got another minute, so let's see if... Oh, well, I'm gonna have to restart it again. I get the feeling this is gonna be a recurring thing. I have to start it up from scratch, or else it's gonna give me that error when I try to start again. So apparently we know now that cursor joystick is the way to go. So here we go. I wonder if the... no, apparently pressing the 0 in the number pad doesn't have the same result as pressing the 0 in like the row of keys in the main part of the keyboard. So I'm just gonna have to rely on the ladder to actually control this. But here we go. I mean, I didn't know what to do at all to make it to a different scene in the walking part of the game, so clearly all I need to do is make it to that part of the game where you shoot things with more lives and then fuff about some more, and then maybe I can find out something else that I can do that can lead me to progress in the game and maybe even finish it, who knows. I don't know, if I could do better at this driving section, that would be a good start, I feel. It does help that apparently these other enemy cars are not very good at killing themselves off from being completely annihilated by the road hazards that just blow everything up that comes into contact with them. Well, there you go. I mean, I keep saying, oh, there you go, it's like my filler word, because I don't know that I really have anything more to say about this. I mean, I suppose looking at the way some of the colors are handled in these Spectrum games, it reminds me a little bit of one of the early games by Rareware, which was included in Donkey Kong 64 as a minigame that you actually have to beat if you want to actually be able to finish that game. It's called Solar Jetman or Jetpack, depending on who you ask. And I'm guessing that it probably was also on ZX Spectrum, just based on the way that it handled the colors. It was very much like this. Ooh, unfortunate. There's like another one right in front of there, so it's not like it was gonna be avoidable probably. Right, we made it this far without really losing a lot of lives. So let's do exactly the same thing that I did before, which was just keep walking to the left and hope that I survive. Damn it. I can kind of survive, but also seems to be a good deal of luck involved in survival here, of stuff lining up that's coming at you in such a way that it won't be impossible to like avoid some of these things, which sometimes it very much is. Sometimes it isn't, but a lot of the time it really just feels like it is. Ooh, okay, that was lucky timing on the guy on the left there. There seems to be a little bit of a rhythm that you could kind of do there, but okay, yeah, I was gonna be able to avoid that minecart or wherever it is, just kind of rolling willy-nilly along the floor. Looks very much like a minecart, I would say. Carrying oatmeal or something. It doesn't really seem like the lives meter depletes at all. I kinda had the idea that maybe it did, even if you don't actually... Oh, here we go. Even if you don't actually... Okay, I think every time that you shoot one of these things that you're being shot at, maybe all you need to do is like survive a certain amount of shots overall. I would hope overall and not in a row, because I'm not gonna be able to do like a whole lot of these in a row at all. And I can barely see what the text bubbles from the middle are saying, but I think it's just like, I don't know, whenever you shoot down one of these things, he's just like generate curse word characters, and once it actually hits you, he says ha. That does seem to be what's going on here. Well, at least this is fitting music for this competition, surely. Oh, yeah. I mean, we do seem to have a good deal more lives than we did ever getting here before, all the one times that we did that in the past, so I sure hope that I'm doing this right, because I don't know what else I could be doing. Like, shooting on any other part of the screen doesn't seem to have any effect, really. I guess I can have a little bit of leeway to test that, because I do seem to be getting faster, so maybe I am doing the right thing. Yeah, that's right there. I mean, if you made these less predictable, maybe you could gloat more confidently about when these things actually work. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay, so... Doesn't really be an endurance round, I don't know how you can, like, really... survive a lot of these, especially when they pop up on opposite sides of the screen like that, but... I can imagine that if we survive just a little bit longer here... Oh, shit. This one's for you, pal, okay. I guess that was actually the point of that whole thing, just survive for long enough. Oh, okay, that's a bit of an interesting cue with the music to do that just at that moment. Alright, are we not done? Oh god, I guess we're not done, never mind. I thought that would probably be the end of the game for sure, but apparently not. Oh, okay, we're going to the left. I guess that would explain it. Oh. Well, we have a few lives left, so I guess we'll do our best to try and make it past this part. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of hazards variety that we're being faced with right now anyway, so how hard could it be? Let's just listen to the very heroic helicopter flight theme of this soundtrack, which might end up being a trait that I do with Sodge at some point. Oh, okay, never mind, we got some hazards now. It's time to just spam the button as hard as I can and hope that that's good enough to make it past, because if I just let these guys alive on the screen for long enough, oh, I don't think I want to do that, do I? Do I need to shoot a bomb? Do I need to do something else with the bomb? I don't know that I can really do anything more with the bomb. Oh. But do I touch down here and that's it? Bomb carried, okay. I hadn't even seen that on the side of the screen, but it's there. Okay, so now oh shit. Oh, okay, hold on, do we need to... Okay, we have the bomb carried as like a checkpoint or something. Oh, and I shouldn't have gone back somewhere yet, because it's the enemies to respawn. So let's try this one more time. I believe that would want to believe that I am very close to the edge of the game, the edge of beating the game at this point. Fuck. So it would be a tragedy if I were to be shut down at this point, but well, the time's about to run out, so not really. Just gonna conclude one way or the other, depending on what happens, so... Maybe this will be my victory lap music of just, to welcome me into the arms of success. I don't know. I don't seem to remember this part being quite as long as it is now, but it was also just kind of monotone. Oh, here it is. I guess we touch down here. Yeah, the bomb has been planted. Okay. Well, the time is up, but I will, I mean, I've come this far, I guess I will actually make an attempt to, I guess, traverse the friggin' to the other side of the screen here. The other end of this map thingy. So who keeps restocking these rockets? They just kind of trip themselves up and travel to the top of the screen like this. Doesn't seem like there's any mechanism to do that. They just kind of show up again. Alright, so do I have to do that multiple times? Do I have to like plant multiple bombs to defeat the evil base, even though I thought I already did that by defeating the villain? How about now? Bomb exploded. Ha, Agent X, I call you a son of a silly person, for I am a professor and you have merely destroyed a robot simulacrum of me. Okay, Dr. Doom, you may have defeated me this time, but I shall return. So did we actually win? I think we actually won the game, okay. rescued the president and destroyed the prof's base, and the world can breathe again for now. Okay, there you go. Rare example of me actually beating one of these games in the, well, pretty much in the 20-minute time window, considering that I started during the intro noise concert thingy there. So there you go, can officially add Agent X to the list of games that I have beaten from the chase. Incredible. Okay, just need to make sure real quick that I have all this stuff taken out of this list. Yes, Sanxion, Bumble, and Agent X is what we've done so far, so let's move right along and see what else we can get. I guess I'm gonna have to reconfigure the window capture here so that I can show the wheel again. And there we go. And yeah, let's see exactly what we're gonna get. I get used to strange noises in this stream. They're just gonna keep coming. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? There you go, past the point. It did go past the point, okay. I'm actually gonna switch it up by not doing by doing a game that's not quite retro this time. Lethal Big Blaze, which I should have ready nevertheless, and with any luck I should be able to run the window. So that I can still run the timer behind it and not have any problems on that front. Oh boy. Well, I go to the Steam window and apparently Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R, which I do have installed apparently as an update right now. It's apparently not a very large update, it's less than 7 megabytes, but what do the patch notes say? As this is apparently one of the rare Steam updates that actually has patch notes. We have released a patch for the Steam version, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R to resolve a vulnerability in the game system. Both the main branch and the legacy branch have been updated, okay. Well, there we go. May have been some kind of security issue, but apparently not anymore. Let's see, did I ever actually run Lethal League Blaze? I've had it in my Steam library for a while. I played the first Lethal League for some time, but yeah, I don't think I ever actually even started up Lethal League Blaze. Now let's go ahead and fade out the Metroid Prime Hunters, which apparently is very popular with the iTunes random playlist randomizer today. And I guess we're not gonna do the window capture anymore, but we are gonna do the software capture, which with any luck will work with this. There it goes. It's not Agent X anymore either, it's gonna be Lethal League Blaze. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and update that. This might actually end up filling up the entire screen so that this is gonna be in the way, so shrink it a little bit. And here it is, Lethal League Blaze, which with any luck this one will actually start or work with the controller. Should work with the controller without me having the window focus? No, no such luck, but here we go. We want to learn how to play. I mean, I think I already do if this is anything like the first one. So I guess I'm gonna say no. And you can see my Steam avatar down there in the corner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start up the timer now. Let's see if it works alright, which it seems like it does, so that's nice. Could do online if I want to destroy myself in every possible way. Versus if there was anyone else here who isn't, and could do single or showcase. What is showcase exactly, actually? Characters mode, status beats, well, I guess you can customize the appearance of the characters, which apparently are actually 3D models this time and not just sprites like they were in the original. It's just like palette swaps, right? No actual considerable difference except with these, apparently, whatever they are. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's actually play the game. And since I have, started the timer and all that. Sure, we'll try story mode. I don't remember if there even was a story mode in the first one, but let's give it a go. The Queen says welcome. And when they call Queen, my sources tell me you want to know about Lethal League. So let's begin. Right now we're in Shine City, an independent metropolis. Nothing much used to happen here, nothing but the dreary grind of everyday life. To escape the endlessness, people started playing a certain ball game. The intense game caught on like wildfire and quickly became the most popular game in the city. That is until one day, one of the players died during a match. The media went into a frenzy saying that the new ball game was a savage blood sport. And sure enough, the game was said to be too dangerous and was soon criminalized. So the players and competitions moved underground. The ragtag group who kept the game alive was dubbed the Lethal League. Inspired of the band, these players had their crews compete in the league for challenge and honor. And also to raise baseballs to like sonic boom levels of speed. Now with the latest underground tournament coming up, the caps are buzzing around everywhere. I have a feeling something big is about to go down, right? You get to like pick a character. The Renegades, we can play as Raptor, I think was this guy's name, or the robot. I don't remember what many of the characters' names are, unfortunately. Let's play generic man, let's see. Press start to start. Something you never would have thought of yourself. The abandoned pool in the Old East District, the Renegades hang out. They're training for Ignite, the upcoming Little League tournament. Switch is a robot, apparently. We'll take that tournament easily, let's get a few more matches in. Alright, I guess that's the premise right now. Renegades need to start getting up the season. If we play it soft, we're gonna lose. Don't worry, my man. Not problem to lose. Alright. This might actually be a little bit different, because as I said, it seems like it's actually, you know. It is, as a matter of fact, oh god damn it, not 2D entirely, like it was in here. This actually get faster than it does in the, with the same person. It's multiple times in a row. I don't remember that, honestly. I feel like I remember that's part of the challenge of the game. Every single time that you... Ooh, shit. Every single time that you hit the ball, depending on who hits the ball, it gets considerably faster, and it's more dramatic if you do it with, from the air. I don't know. Ooh. So it's just like something he gets to do at this point. And I think you can also do like hit the ball upward, just to stop it from. You have to stop the speed for a moment. I don't remember what more is the point of that, but you can do that. I remember now. You got like I think you got like a special move with each character. Yeah, and I think it's based on. Oh, there you go. That's. I suppose that must have been it. Maybe. No, I think that's. Oh shit. Okay, well this is new. Oh gee, okay. So it's yours now. Little mercy thing that you get if you get knocked out the previous round. I wonder if I should be playing with the D-pad like I've been doing, or yeah, probably with the D-pad. You can also play with the stick, that's the thing. It lets you do both, or either rather. Alright. I feel like that was pretty much baby difficulty, just because it was the first match that you're doing in this, but there you go. Just getting warmed up. Been doing this all day, maybe we should do something, kind of miss the end of that. And of course you got like the good old Jet Set Radio type aesthetics with all these characters. So you guys are the famous Renegades, says Jet. A challenger approaches, I guess we might as well see what her side is. Well, I mean, you got 4 face buttons, I'm trying to remember that right now. You got the one for jumping, the one for the normal strike, the one for like the bunt strike, I think it's called, the one that throws it up and slows it down, and I think triangle is supposed to be the special, but I don't know if that was actually a special that I did with it, or well, maybe triangle, whatever the buttons at the top it could be. I think it's X on the... Not on the Xbox controller, it would be Y on the Xbox controller. It would be X on that, like a Nintendo controller, but anyway. Who is this bubbly jetpack girl? Will she have any relation with that girl that's... I don't remember what her actual name is, but she's like bubblegum themed from Jet Set Radio. To change things up, right? She's all yours. Well, guess it's the match between her and the robot this time.
Are you ready? Play ball. Yep.
Okay. Wait, am I blue one? I think I'm the blue one this time. So it's different. And I think she does like a little delay with her between like when she pushes the button and when the swing actually comes out. So that's taken into consideration, I guess. Oh shit, is this like invisible wall? Is that what's going on there? Seems weird. Well, I thought that what was going on anyway, but I don't know, sometimes her moves feel like they come out very quickly and sometimes it feels like they don't come out very quickly at all. Boom. Guess that's pretty much all you do when you pretty much what you do when you get one of those specials from like the fucking Mario Kart random item box thing, except it's a ball. Or an orb, or some kind of receptacle. Yeah, I don't know, if there's like a special button, I don't think it is Y after all. Ow. Or triangle or whatever, the top face button. Apparently that does the same thing no matter who uses it. So maybe I do need like a little bit of a refresher for like specifically the controls as they are in this game, as opposed to the original Lethal League. Okay, that was on me, I guess. So I'm gonna lose one life this match. Alright. And then just immediately win afterwards.
Oh, did I win?
I suppose I did win, as a matter of fact. What did Baseball Boy run off to anyway? Well, I mean, this robot also has a baseball cap. I mean, Raptor, he just likes to roam around sometimes. Can't keep him anywhere for too long. My own crew got napped the other day. Okay, so I'm noticing that pressing like X doesn't skip to the end of the message, it just skips the entire message. I should stop pressing that so quickly. Really bringing the crack down now. We heard that, but I don't remember if like there was supposed to be a story at all in the first game, but you can apparently go to the Mayfly or Street Showdown, so I guess it's like it doesn't matter who you play as in these matches, you actually get to unlock the rest of these regardless. So we'll check this one out first. This is one of the workbot factories of Citynetics. Most of Shine City's construction projects are done by the robotics. This is also where Switch worked before he popped in the head. Right. What's this guy doing? We're gonna have to fight like an evil version of ourselves. Looks like you're missing some screws. It's really up and about. Maybe I can teach you how to play. Oh, I think I remember this track from the chase, kind of. I don't know if I would have necessarily associated with this this kind of a background, but this is just a kind of a mirror match, because this dude also has a skateboard as the match. Alright, there we go. Well, it seems like it's having the same power up every single time, apparently the invisible ball. Is it the invisible ball? I don't know if the ball with the purple mist always creates an invisible ball, but it seems to be the case. When the times I've actually been paying attention at least. Okay, so I can actually move it away from the bottom part of the screen at least whenever I hit it there. Oh boy, this could be bad. That's a different ouch. That's a different power weapon. least. Too bad that he was actually coming up against me that time. What a damn shame. Ooh. It seems like the hitbox for getting, like the grab with the top button is also a little bit weird. Ooh. Did I get, like, my hit get cancelled out there because the other side had, like, the win mercy or lose mercy advantage from start of round, maybe. Oh shit, okay. I was kind of afraid that was gonna happen and not be in my side when it happened. And what do you know, that's exactly what came to be. There you go. Oh yeah, there's like a taunt button. I have no idea what it actually is in this game, but I know that it exists at least. Oh, it's the right stick. There you go. Okay, you know they jump so high too. That's the thing. Oh, I can double jump. I didn't even realize that I could do that. So if it's like, I thought if the ball is like in one of the upper parts of the screen, you can't really do anything about that, but apparently you can. Just need to like go about it ambitiously. So Kurgan Wars overall, all in all. Should probably try to figure out what the if I want to like play any more of this, what the actual button related special is, because I'm assuming that's what those blue bars are underneath your health bar, but don't know. Weren't brain that I asked you to join the Renegades. Oh, it could be another one, like I guess like whatever happened to Skater Robot could have happened to this guy too, but it's just immediately giving up on that. And let's do the other side now. Could do Raptor again, or could do this check. I'm pretty sure all the characters we've seen so far except for the blue girl were in the first game. I'm pretty sure this chick was also in the first game. Sure, the Central District, that building. You'd think you wouldn't be able to play ball here, but even the cops aren't crazy enough to interrupt an ongoing Little League match. They're a little too scared of supersonic baseballs, I guess. Sonata. I guess that's her name. Do you remember her giant hammer now that I see it, though? Good reputation, so I can't just let this slide. Wanna jam? Well, can't just let this slide, but I'm gonna ask you nicely regardless.
Are you ready? Play ball.
I think she's got like a little delay on her strike as well, maybe, possibly, potentially. Okay, so the AI is definitely stepping it up a notch here. It's not quite as black and white as it was in some of the earlier matches. Shit, okay. I was afraid you were going to do that. I don't know if we grab the ball and instead of bump the ball is like different from like one of these actually manages to reset the speed after you hit it. Oh shit. Ooh, shit. I don't know what, I don't think you necessarily want to bump the ball too much unless it's like already a very high speed and it's not in your favor, I would say. Oh shit. Okay, that was poorly timed, I suppose. Okay, well, coming up with a good build up there at least. That would be seem to be a little bit more neck and neck then. It has been a lot of the times here. Damn it. I can like get to one side and not be interrupted by the other dude messing with it. It seems like the best course of action. Alright, there we go. Like right now, this could be a good setup for that. It seems to be like a good strategy against AI a lot of the time anyway. It's turning out to be. But sure, I also remember the How Could I Lose voice clip from the first game for that same character too. So there's that. There he goes. Oops. Oh, he actually got hit by that though. Not a very good planned strategy that time. Unless they redid that voice clip with the exact same cadence. Alright. I mean, it's quite fitting that I'm getting like quite easily destroyed in some of these, just because I do vaguely remember entering in like an actual little online Lethal League tournament that was organized at Discord that I was in years ago, and I was like destroyed pretty much immediately. But that was for the first game. Oh, I could be next, boy. Is this what I think it is? Well, yes, this does seem to be what I think it is. I wonder if this is gonna be the track that like everyone remembers from this. At least for the match, because I'm not hearing it right now. The Sanxion is very on mental asylum. Where does the patients get more ill the longer they spend in here? Log in, Mr. Man. Well, we will begin another test shortly. With Candyman. Yep, the one whose theme is... Pretty sure his theme was also Ordinary Days in the first game. He's just like kind of a wacky, chaotic character, so of course everyone's gonna remember him. Oh shit, what? Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna be a matter of doing a normal match, but apparently it's aim for the other guy's target instead. What the fuck, that didn't count. Oh shit. Okay, it's actually getting tougher as the match progresses here. Damn it, come on. Don't do it immediately. I couldn't manage to pull it off immediately, so why should you? There we go. Okay, come on. Shit. I guess I should try to keep it away from... Independently of the color it is, I should keep it away from my own target there. It would help if I didn't end up with the same kind of problem that I did a lot of the time in these 2.5D games. But for some reason I didn't really notice until, you know, paying attention to the background became important, which is the weird depth thing. Alright, let's try that one more time. See if we can complete this, or at least come closer to completing it within the last 30 or so seconds that we have in this game. Oh, come on. Okay, so I guess it's have to play offensive, but also play defensive by not actually. So there's definitely, you know, specials being used by the enemies as well. So kind of at a disadvantage by not actually knowing the buttons for it. There you go. Seems to be a slightly better strategy. Just play offensive, but also play defensive all the time. Oh, time's up. Also a little bit worried out by exactly what the hitbox is. Oh fuck, it's supposed to be for. Oh, come on, immediately. It never worked when I tried to do it immediately. Okay. Seriously now. Damn. Right, at least it doesn't kill me, but yeah, apparently it just doesn't really help that. If you try to like hit it directly horizontally, it doesn't really work out when you're playing this stage, it looks like. Now apparently I'm just gonna be destroyed by this stage, which changes up the mechanics, but that's alright. Oh yeah, there you go, there's probably two how to play things, which kind of makes me wonder how horrible of an idea it was for me to not pay attention to that. So, hold on, how do I actually, yeah, I guess I have to use the mouse if I want to quit. I don't actually do it with the controller, but there you go. Lethal League Blaze has officially been tested. I had no idea it even had a story mode, honestly. I'm pretty sure that didn't exist at all in the first Lethal League. So let's bring this back for a moment. Versus Korea ahead while I try to figure out what else to do. Just a couple more of these, I would say 2 or 3 more. For... my goodness. For now. Lethal League Blaze is off of that list, and part of me kind of wants the GameCube game to come up so I can actually test whether or not I can actually do that without problems, but well, let's see. Let's go over to the wheel again and see what's gonna come up next this time. With the big grindy clackety-clack noise, but you know, 1000x. Oh, damn it! I was actually looking at that one in like a close position to the right edge just before I spun the wheel, and I was kind of hoping that that precise title wouldn't come up, but hey. See it as a blessing in disguise, and that this is also going to be off the wheel from now on. Sonic CD Japanese PAL version, because it's the one that has the soundtrack that is apparently way more well known. Most people who I mean, I wouldn't know, given that I barely know anything about Sonic, but amongst people who actually look at Sonic soundtracks, apparently it is the preferred one, and it also is most likely the one that actually ought to work, and I think I should actually be able to... what the fuck? Okay, I don't know what happened with the retro arch window while I wasn't looking, but... as a matter of fact, let me see. I should just be able to like press a couple things and just immediately get it started up, because I'm pretty sure I tested this. And in fact I did. Here it is. Let's interrupt, let's unfortunately interrupt Valkyrie profile there, so that we can play this one now. Let's see. And, I don't actually show what game this is here. Okay, so show me a screen that doesn't have black borders so that I can... that also has black borders, you can't really see that, but no, whatever. We can do a new game, we can do Ramdana. Let me see if the volume on this is like all the way up actually. It doesn't really sound like it is. Yeah, no, it's not. Volume is at 30 right now, and it's halfway up. There, it's all the way up now. Oh yeah, we can also watch this intro, I guess. Might as well do that. I'll start the clock now. And yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, this is the kind of intro that makes me wonder whether or not... maybe about this big, I think. This is the kind of opening that makes me wonder if this is gonna be like... how quickly this is gonna be picked up by overzealous copyright ID robots, but... oh well. I mean, my regard for parts of this is not so much that I'm particularly concerned with exactly what's going to happen if that does happen. Ah, there we go. I don't know what's going on with the plot of Sonic in any Sonic game, but... okay, so this is the same track that's in the chase, I'm pretty sure. But sure, I never listened this far in. I'm pretty sure that's a title drop right there. Apparently Eggman has a Death Star in this game. So let's see, restart, new game, or Ramdata. Let's check Ramdata. I don't remember what the hell this actually does. I don't remember if I actually checked this at all. Do I need to worry about this at all? As a matter of fact, I think we'll just exit, never mind. Let's just start the game instead. So my understanding of this game, based solely on the fact that I've looked at the track titles for the soundtrack, is that apparently there's time travel involved. There's like regular versions of the stages. Oh hey, it's a song that was like a meme song in the Mnemonic stream, kind of. Now we get to actually see it in its full natural habitat. And there's apparently like a present version, a past version, and a good and bad future version. I have absolutely no idea what determines which of those you see. I mean, I assume you start in the regular present version based on what I see here. Oh shit, okay. Take a look at that perspective switch. I'm sure it's very impressive if you are so inclined. Well, I guess here's future. I guess we're going to the future. There's also a past right down there, but I guess we're ignoring the past for now. Because what values are in the past, clearly. Oh shit, okay. Just get shut up immediately, and I guess this is the time travel. Just happens randomly when you do some mechanics in the middle of the stage. And then you get hurled into a much shittier looking version of the same level. With the dome lifts from Mario. And you get knocked back, apparently. What are these things even? They just spin you around, that's pretty much it. Okay. Just don't touch them, I suppose. We can go to the past. I guess we can go to the past now. The question is, will we find another convenient shiny thing to... Okay, apparently you just knock one of those things aside and then you become very shiny, and that's how you travel between different time versions of the levels. And now we're back in the present, not the past though, because it's the same soundtrack as before. Well, I guess it makes sense from a cumulative perspective. If you go from the future to the past, you end up in the present. Oh hey, it's someone. It's Pink Stalker Hedgehog, okay. Guess we're going to the goal anyway. I don't really see the point of her presence there, other than just to be a background fixture, but... And apparently you hear this whenever you finish a stage. There you go. Also, hold on a moment. Just notice that apparently the edge of the current game thing is not actually visible, so you can see the end of the parenthesis. Can't have that, you know. Now let's see, can I defeat one level in this this game? Oh, I was like, I keep seeing these signs. I don't know if I actually want to like travel to the past or the future or what. Past, is that what that said? Okay, so I'm still not entirely sure exactly what triggers the oh. Is it just like going very fast? And not running into any of these into anything really? Not even one of these spin thingies? Well, it doesn't seem to be working when I go this way anyway. I didn't see the blue shinies at all in the past like 20 seconds, which I find very strange considering that apparently that's actually the key to triggering the time travel thing, just going very fast. And not touching anything. Apparently, I don't know, maybe it was future, maybe it has to do with like how long it has been since you touched one of those signs. I got fucking yay sound effects. Now let's try to do it now. Okay, there we go. I don't want it to go to the past because we've already gone to the future, but no. I suppose it was not to be. Guess we're sticking to this version of the future. I guess I'm just gonna keep going on unless I found another one of those signs that tells you to like, oh shit, to go to the past. Okay, so now I know there's one of these things here and I don't want to run into that. Oh shit, I guess I can maybe spin dash, I think, yeah. That is in fact a thing that is possible to do in this game. Go to the past as well, but I want to go to the past at this point. I think I'm just gonna stick with this future. I mean, why wouldn't I? I can think of absolutely no reason I can... Oh god, apparently the yay voices have become computerized. Oh shit, I'm invincible? I think that's what that means. Okay, we got like a little bouncy thing to help us move forward there. Ooh, okay, these should not touch anything there. everything would have worked out one way or the other. Well, I didn't really run into any enemies while that music was playing, so I guess it didn't matter. I'll go this way. And, I guess we have to touch a giant ring. Other zone too, even though it looks like we made it to a rather shitty looking future there. I don't really have any idea how to change that, but... Oh, we got a special stage. Hey, I think this actually comes to mind. Because I was... When I did test this briefly, just to see if it would work, okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to step on that. Now I know. This was the other thing that came to mind when I was thinking about Sconic Garden, how it's like a worse version of Super Mario Kart. This is something else that would probably fit that description as well. This scene comes to mind when I try to think of something that fits that description. I mean, I suppose I'm supposed to run around and bump into these air balloons or whatever they are. It's very, very hard to control anything that's happening right now, but... You can kinda sense the effort, I would hope. Some things are happening. Oh, okay, I guess we're maybe out of time or something. Didn't really see if there was any way of me to tell if there was any quantifiable amount of time remaining, but there you go. Well, we made it to a special zone, so I have no idea if you would have done that regardless of how well you did, or if we did something special to be able to make it to a special zone, but well, just between, apparently we're not done with this zone yet, overall. So maybe? It does kind of compel me to believe that it's not something that would have happened under any and all circumstances. Oh shit. When I run to one of these loop-de-loops, I have no idea if I should, like, just adjust my direction to be, like, to match the direction that I'm moving in any particular moment, or if I should not do that. Oh boy. Okay, I don't think I've heard this track before. It doesn't seem like it would be too difficult to remember at least. Okay, there we go. Seems like a slightly less captivating version of the boss theme from Block, I would say. And I suppose that is it. It's at the end of the stage though. Do we get to see that immediately, or no, I guess not. Can we fall down here? I suppose we can. Alright, I guess this would be the end of the stage though. Alright, in about 10 minutes we have managed to complete the first level of Sonic City. Seems to be kind of a running theme with Sonic games that I've tested briefly in the past like this, though. I can complete the first level within like 10 minutes, but then the next one might not be quite so smooth sailing, even though it might just seem that way just because of the very... Oh hey, it's this shake again, okay. Very strict time limit that I am imposing upon myself, so can I go this way? Oh shit, okay. Apparently Robot Sonic has come by and taken her away, and I can't really do anything about it, even if I bounce into that guy, which seems to destroy everything else that I come into contact with. Future, okay, I guess we're going to the future. Let's go to the future, question mark. Can we? Oh, well, we went all that way and we didn't end up making it to the future, so I don't even know. Can we go to the future again? Hold on, let's try this. Wait, no, maybe we missed our chance to go to the future, what a shame. Hey, well, I guess this is because of that power-up that we just got, some kind of big, fast-running shoes, and maybe that would have helped us to go to the future, but it's too late now, I would say. So what do we do instead? Because I don't really see where else we can go. Doesn't seem like we can go to the right, can we? Because this thing seems like a dead... Okay, never mind, we made it past. It's quite confusing, this whole... Oh shit, okay. I guess I took damage from that just because I wasn't in the rolled up animation. Oh shit, well this seems like a bad position to be in. How do I get out of here now? Seems like a very bad to be in also. Oh shit, okay. Pretty sure I fell through at least some ground there. Alright. I'm pretty sure I had heard of Collision Chaos before, but I didn't really extrapolate that apparently everything is pinball themed based off of that name. Ooh. Not so much for that. Can I get one of my rings back so I'm not like sentenced to death if I touch anything else? Yeah, I guess so. Can I... No, I can't. Apparently I'm completely vulnerable if I'm in midair right after I bounce off of one of those springboard things. And the only way to not be vulnerable is if I jump off of the ground. It's kind of a shame because you do apparently spend a lot of time... Oh shit. Does this count as... Will this take us to the past? Apparently we will not be able to go to the future, but we will be able to go to the past. What will we see in the past? Will we stick to the past? We didn't go to the past before, actually, we only went to the future. Okay, that sounds quite a bit more dramatic. Apparently we're in the ancient times when the entire pinball sector was a jungle instead. But still with some pinball fixtures, it's weird. There's something we can do to not get knocked back there. I'll try and just fight back against the friggin' momentum, I guess. Oh. I've seen something like very quickly pop out of the ground, and I'm really wondering exactly what I can do about that. It seems like a Sonic CD, very Sonic CD kind of track, and it's up to you to figure out exactly in what sense I mean that. Can I travel to the future just by bouncing very fast between these things? Apparently I can, okay. Some of the collision interruptions that stop you from the... I guess it's kind of like an Earthbound where you can teleport by running in, manage to run in like a certain direction for... uninterrupted for, well, maybe we can go to the future again? Double future? Or not, I guess we're not going to the future, we're just going as far as the past. Oh, there's like an Earthbound, I guess, where you can teleport if you manage to, like, continue moving in a certain direction for uninterrupted for a certain amount of distance. Don't know that I would ever thought, or that I ever thought that I would make a comparison between Sonic and Earthbound, but there you go. Can't wait to have a bad time in this game. Can't wait to meet Sonic after not surviving. I have no idea what just happened, but I guess we didn't break these. It's like fucking Breakout now. Pinball and Breakout. Oh, I didn't notice that this was in fact something that was gonna move. I kind of want to go to the future, not gonna lie, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull that off at any point. Yeah, it seems like our chance is gone now, just because these things are in the way. And let's see what's in this direction. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to complete another zone in this amount of time, but maybe we can go to the past again, or future. See if I can actually take this opportunity. Nope. Of course, I obviously have no idea what to expect in any of these paths because I've never played this, but... Ooh. Okay. I don't know. Just Still very confused by exactly what the, what direction, what the fuck, okay. How was that bounce? Exactly what direction each part of that, like, pinball flipper thing that you bounce off of is gonna send you in, but... or the distance, for that matter. Just really popping all of these like bubble wrap, as long as we're here. Alright, seems like we made it through to somewhere. Hold on. Or limbo. But this is, at least thankfully here, one of these things that pop out of the ground. Finally able to make use of that. Oh, that was the way to the past, but... oh, okay. That's nice. Can we have some rings? I can't have done by that. I assume that will happen if I... yeah, if that happens. Seems like I predicted that accurately. And at least we get some of these things. Can we make it to the future? Okay, maybe we can use this. Okay, I guess we made it to the future this time for once. We've seen the past, now let's see the future of this place. And let me confirm, by the way, that this track actually starts the way it does. And indeed it does. It has a bass intro, not the other intro that only some cuts of this have. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna die again like immediately. Can I at least collect like the one of the couple of rings that I could actually collect from over here? Come on. I guess I can't actually bounce off the edge of that half-pipe thing to make it to where that guy is. Need to go a little bit farther there. Oh, past. Are we going back to the past again? I don't know. Kinda like this version of the future. Well, apparently we're sticking with this version of the future, at least for now. Don't know if we're gonna be able to make it to the end of Collision Chaos, assuming that there's a third area, yeah, in less than 30 seconds, but... is that Robotnik over there? Is he actually showing up in one of the stages before the boss confrontation? Hello, there's a lot of things... oh, okay, that's nice. In this game, they're just kind of happening way too fast. Guess that's how it's gotta go, though. Oh, what do you know? Wait, what? Wait, is this the boss fight? Is like this pinball board that we've apparently made it into is at the boss fight? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is in fact the... how the fuck do I make it out of here, though? Okay. I was wondering if we could actually make it past the thing. First set of those friggin' livers, and I think I will keep going until I either manage to like complete something here or die, and I think I know which one's gonna happen first. Hey, default. Oh boy, a little bit of lag moment there. Oh jeez. Can't even get rid of like all these things that we bounce off of, can we? Yeah, this seems perfectly reasonable. Okay. I don't know, I can't really see if there's any possible resolution from this this bizarro pinball mode where everything is... well, everything has been pinball so far in this freaking... this area, this zone, whatever you want to call it, but... we just seem to be completely stuck there. This one is even more of a poignant example than pretty much anything else. Oh no. I keep on finding even more rings of the ones that I drop when I get dropped into the pit of spikes, but... I don't really seem to be making it anywhere once I... once I actually do manage to at least make it a little bit higher up. Okay, never mind. Made it up to where Robotnik is. Okay, never mind. I guess we actually managed to beat that in the end, somehow. Just through sheer that a yes voice clip? I don't know where that came from. Did we like get an extra life from our points or something? I don't even know, but we'll take one look at whatever's next after this so that I can move on to the next thing here. First you got Sonic City, well it's Sonic City, everything is Sonic City. You got Pumpry Panic, you got Collision Chaos, and apparently we're still in the shitty future version of Tidal Tempest. Yeah, that's what that said. I don't think that this particular track is in the chase though, so it's whatever. Wonder how long drowning takes in this game. Maybe we can find out while I reset the clock. And take a quick look at it. I kind of want to stay down here and see if we can actually will end up drowning. Or if that's no longer a factor, because we sure are staying down here for a long time. Oh, here we go. I want to see it happen though. Yeah, it takes even a couple more seconds after the 0 comes on the screen to actually happen though, but there you go. That's Sonic City for now though. We are going to leave that there and move on to 1 or 2 more games. I'm thinking just 1 more game actually. Might as well limit it to that for now. So that was Sonic City. We can scratch that off the list, which I don't remember if I did. I did. Okay, so there you go. Still like 1, 2, 3 more games that have Sonic in the title that could be picked by this list. But let's see if I can get my wish of the also prepare your ears of a game from a particular console showing up in this. Probably not right now. Oh boy. Well, apparently we're not gonna get any GameCube games anytime soon, but we are gonna clean out like the entire C64 library that we have. That's a possible thing that can show up here. Lightforce. I actually don't even know if there are any more C64 games left to show up on this thing at this point. But at least I'm fairly certain that Lightforce at least would be the C64 game that actually does have its music that continues playing into the game itself. I guess we're gonna find out, but yeah, time to prepare that real quick. Just need to go here, go here. I'll actually take a quick look at the list of like chase games I have that I have like organized by console on my sheets. And see if there's like literally any other C64 left that I haven't demoed on here yet. Let me see. C64. There's Commando, Lightforce, Monty on the Run, Sanxion, and I think that's it. So yeah, pretty much over. Unless there's like something else that I forgot to put on here from like anything new that might have been added that I just didn't add to that particular part of the sheet. Why are you showing me this? I'm not actually using RetroArch right now. I'm using this. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know what just happened to the thing, but I don't want this. I want the previous page. I don't know why I did that. 20 minutes, please. No, not 2 minutes. 20 minutes. Jesus. Okay, clear. Go back, go back. There, that's the button. Alright. And I'm pretty sure, well, this was maybe the last time, I guess. Since this is C64, I will have to control this with the keyboard as well, but that's okay. We already know that it can very much be done, so let's go ahead and get the good old cassette ready. Can we go to this location? Whatever. Same difference. Bin. Oh, okay. Doesn't even need to be a different thing. Oh, I should go here, and yeah. That's all the ones that I have. Commando, Lightforce, Monty on the Run, and Sanxion. There's also like freaking Agent X on, obviously on ZX Spectrum, but I'm pretty sure that's the only ZX Spectrum game that's in the chase so far. Because the stuff that I proposed obviously has not made it in yet, so let's do it. Lightforce. Wait a minute, I clicked the wrong thing there though. Lightforce, and then this. There we go. Now it'll actually start up. Oh, this is actually Kevin Penkin in Defender's Quest. I thought for a moment that was like Overdin or something. It does kind of sound similar though, but let's fade that out for now because we're gonna get some more Rob Hubbard. I think that's pretty much the only person that's responsible for all of the C64 soundtracks that are in the chase, though. Let me see. If I go here and I go to Sanxion, I feel like Sanxion is actually the only one that I'm not 100% sure that, like, just immediately off the top, I can tell that that's him, but... yeah, it is. It is, in fact, Rob Hubbard, who is responsible for all 4 of these soundtracks. Okay, well, I think we have to use the warp speed here to actually get to the point where the game starts up. Because I don't think the loader has any music for this game. Oh, hey, Lambda. These all problems that Spot doesn't have. Well, gonna have lots of, there's gonna be lots of problems that I don't have that you're gonna be unaware of, because I'm gonna be dead for the remainder of, like, the next week and a half. Effectively. But before that, we can check out some Lightforce. Oh, here we go. I don't know if these spinning montage mobile things are kind of like, well, I see they say, some of them say LF anyway. These are just supposed to be for Lightforce. I was kind of wondering if they were gonna, like, come together and spell out, like, all the different letters that spell Lightforce, but I guess that was not to be. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that this the music in this game doesn't actually interrupt itself. At least, yeah, it just kind of keeps going. Music has effects, so just like mute them. F1, F3. Well, I'm pressing F1. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. F3 pause game. Okay, well, that one actually does pause the game. So it's kind of weird that apparently F1 doesn't do anything, at least not on the title screen. I guess I'm just gonna leave that alone anyway, because I don't want to interrupt the music, and F5 is for self-destruct, and fire to start the game, so I guess we're going to just start the game. But if you die, who will I spam my Amazon Prime on? Well, I mean, it's only gonna be for a week and a half, and that reminds me, apparently there's like a... I'm gonna check that later, but apparently there's like a... Well, I am in control now. A thing that Twitch did, but apparently they lowered the... like payout for subs and shit to actually give actual people who don't have that as like a sure thing a payout at 50% of the amount that they had as a threshold for that payout before, so that would be nice if they did that. I thought that would have been already met by me at this point, but apparently not, because I haven't heard anything from them, besides the fact that apparently that can in fact happen. Okay, hold on a moment, actually, I just realized I can hold on the button. I don't need to, like, spam the fire button in this game the way that I did in other ones. Oh boy. I'm kind of wondering if okay, yeah, that L number in the bottom left is in fact the amount of lives that I have. So I have a few more lives than I thought I did. Oh dear, I'm pretty sure that Lightforce is pretty much just what to see here. Control Center. It is an actual side-scrolling shooter that seems a lot more reasonable as a game than, say, Silver Surfer or the other one that we played earlier, which was Sanxion, which, you know, has the good music, but it's kind of absurd as a game. But this has nice music and it's a little bit nicer as a game, at least. And, you know, definitely not lacking in the graphical department either. But apparently there's no Zero Life either. I just noticed that I haven't started up the clock yet. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little bit of a handicap this time. Because I don't actually want to do, like, I don't think necessarily there's a full 20 minutes worth of what the fuck. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but that might have not been me. That might have been the demo that started up because I took too long. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh wait. Amazon is locked at the moment. Been trying to resolve that. That's unfortunate. probably I'm gonna have to figure out how to best like the right moment to spend some stuff on Amazon, because I want to get a certain thing that's gonna come out real soon and get it like, you know, ASAP. And I thought, yeah, maybe when the month is like halfway through, I'll actually do the pre-order thing, but I haven't actually done that yet. I'm wondering when I'm gonna get around to that, but beyond that, probably wouldn't be, not even gonna be that urgent anyway, because of the way that I'm probably gonna be held up at least until the actual very end of the month for the following week. Okay, oh Jesus, okay, I thought that cube was gonna be off the screen by now, which is why I immediately launched to the right, but I guess that was not to be. And it does seem like on the intro screen of this game, apparently if you destroy the control centers you get an extra life. I don't know if that means if you destroy the entire control center or if you destroy 4 entire control centers, because I'm pretty sure it says 4 control centers equals extra life. So if you destroy 4 of the orbs on one of the control centers, if that counts. I'm guessing no, you have to destroy 4 entire ones, so... Oh, it's high score. Never mind, can I like type something? Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm like completely missing the chance, because I'm not paying attention to the actual menu screens, to actually enter my name when I get a high score. Let's see if I can get at least one more and actually figure out how that works, because I've completely been failing to do that so far. But yeah, long and short of it is, for most of the next series of nights, for except for actually between not tomorrow, well, I mean, I guess tomorrow at this point would be Wednesday. That's what I'm talking about there. Wednesday night I will actually be staying here at my own place, but pretty much the rest of the nights in the next several set of days I will be going off elsewhere that doesn't have internet to spend the night. So I won't really be able to do much of anything. At least I'll have time to read or something, though. I don't know. Which probably means that I should finish reading The Exorcist before I actually go off to be somewhere that I'll be by myself, without any other explicable human presence at night. That seems like a good idea. What other book would I read, though? Maybe like alternate. There's like one book that I keep noticing on my bookshelf that's like something that one of my cousins lent to me a long time ago, and I just never got around to reading it, so just getting sitting there forever. I should probably actually try to read that one at some point. Maybe I'll check it out these days. But who knows, it's a little bit bulkier than like, oh shit, I fucked up again. And I keep getting high scores and not actually noticing. Okay. I don't know if this is like a loop point for the music at this point, but maybe. It could very well be, considering how long it's been playing for. But, yeah. I guess my main objective implicitly at this point is just to be able to get another high score and not actually fuck up paying attention so much that I completely miss my opportunity to actually enter a name and just like ignore that mechanic altogether. But I guess I need to actually pay attention to the point that I actually am able to tell which number I need, which number of points I need to actually achieve like the minimum high score at this point, so that it gives me the opportunity to do that. Jeez. It's kind of off-putting too how some of these cubes, these like spinning cubes that just come at you from the top, sometimes they come at you at a like somewhat reduced speed, but then they just zoom at you. Like this guy was kind of slow, so is that guy, but this guy just booking it. Like, what determines that? Is it like a pattern? It might be a pattern, at least that time it was certainly a pattern, like they came in threes and oh jeez, these freaking moons just made a little lunging down at me. Alright, this is my last life, so whenever I die here, that will be my chance to hopefully be able to enter a high score. So these white moons are gonna track you no matter what, so you have to kill them. That's what I'm getting out of, oh shit, the mechanics so far. Oof, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch anything right now, I'm gonna see what happens. Lightforce fighter is destroyed, it is on high score. Okay, so 5600 plus 5 to be high score stable, so I didn't even, might have missed my opportunity, so it needs to be at least higher than 5750. So let's see if we can accomplish that. Come on, let's focus, I would say bring out the pinball wizard, but I don't think that's a great follow-up to the game that I played before this one. I don't think that's a good comparison or phrase to use at this time at all. The wizard of just not dying to the ridiculous pinball gimmicks in Sonic City Second World. Alright, we're almost halfway there. I don't know which of whether or not the cubes give me more points than each of these little orbs in the control stations or whatever they are. Also, I don't know if this would be a game that it's possible to like get to the end of. I would say that it's, from what I've seen so far, it's probably, it seems more likely that there is an ending to this game, just because, you know, you can actually see a distinct pattern that pretty much occurs the further along you go in this game, whereas that doesn't happen in like Sanxion or probably other games like this that I'm not really thinking of readily at this point. But yes, Sanxion is just like one of those bizarre examples of like, yeah, the music is good, but the game is just like a really bizarre example of thought. Oh, jeez, okay, that would be nice. Okay, I think we're about to get the minimum payout. Ooh, for the high score, I don't want to... Yeah, there we go, we'll get a high score this time, so I want to... That's pretty much my mission at this point. What I will be satisfied with is if I am able to figure out... I will figure out how to enter the, my name on the high score screen. That is my quest. I talk about patterns, but then I noticed that I seem to have maybe possibly come back to the beginning. No, never mind. Yes, high score for X-Waves 2000 extra life given. Did we like beat a level? Surely we didn't beat the game there, but yeah. So what happens now? Do I just wait, or do I have to press fire? No, apparently we beat a level. So yeah, I'm assuming that this also does in fact have an ending. Oh shit. But well, we did get one extra life. Oh shit, what? Did I get hit by like a very small projectile? Well, whatever, we got a high score at least. Press fire to enter name. How do we enter our name though? There's and TGC. How the fuck are you supposed to enter your name like this? Can you die? Okay, at least you don't die. Tingy Cure. It's a really bizarre name entry mechanic. I wasn't expecting it to actually work like that, but there you go. Tingy Cure is like, I like how it's twice as much as like my other high scores that I've gotten in this, but it's still on the very low end of the overall list of high scores there. Can't believe they didn't do it like in, you know, like in Sanxion, where the game was just kind of, you know, sweaty face. That's my opinion of the game. But at least the high score table was empty, so that you could feel good about yourself when you filled it up with your own name time and time again. Okay, can we... Nope, we can't complete one full control center at all because we get bomb rushed by the very speedy cube. There's no way to overcome that enemy. Yes, my new mission, now that I've actually seen the Bizarro show that is the name entry screen, I can actually say that I've seen that. Now my main mission is actually going to be able to, you know, be something more predictable, which is to say, make it as far as possible, which I am apparently not doing great with. Let's see if I can... And, well, I almost managed to destroy an entire control center, but not quite. That would have been a nice accomplishment, but oh well. I'm always put off. This kind of reminds me of the game that came out much later. The game that controls like this, but it's technically a rhythm game. It's called Symphony. Or Sequence? No, it is called Symphony. Pretty sure I demoed that once and it was a shit show because it is a high score. Okay, I'll actually try to enter a name this time that I can think of. What would it be though? Call? No. Kuxkunkerkt. Kak. Kak. No. Whose idea was this? This like really baffles me. Kakbok. There, that will be my name. I will be satisfied with this. But yeah. Oh, you can even delete. It's like delete blocks as well as end blocks, but I am Kakbok. It took me a great amount of effort just to be able to enter that name. And apparently I guess you get levels, you get Ast, and apparently the level right after that is What? There's also Derb and Ice. I can guess what the theme of the Ice level is gonna be, but I wonder what Derb actually is. I very much doubt that I'm ever gonna get far enough in this game that I can actually see what the Derb looks like, but we can imagine it. Could it be a very durable level, so some kind of stainless steel level, or I don't know, reinforced rubber, galvanized, some kind of meme to do with durability. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to kill that cube before that happened, but I guess not. What else is very durable? Fruitcake, I don't know. Is the joke with fruitcake is that it's supposed to be durable, or is that just like so solid and rigid and unbreakable that... I mean, I guess that kind of implies durable. It's kind of a weird, that whole fruitcake joke, because I don't think I ever actually saw that kind of fruitcake over here where I live, but... We have Turon over here. I think it's called nougat in English. And that's kind of a meme. It's like a candy made with like peanuts and like this paste that unites them in the middle to create like a tablet, but kind of a meme that a lot of the time it's extremely hard and difficult to break with your teeth. And I'm not sure exactly what the the tablet part of that is actually made from, but I guess I should probably try to find out since I'm talking about it and all. I really don't know that I'm going to be able to break a complete control center, but I guess that would be like an implicit other goal of mine. Hey, this is the second time I managed to actually beat the first level at least. Our score is a high score, and even more so when we... I'm pretty sure that's the highest score that I myself have ever gotten in this game so far. So that's clearly an accomplishment, right? Oh boy. I'm kind of noticing too that... this part, these dudes that like come up from the bottom to attack you from the front, like recede back, they can also hit you by coming in from behind, even though you can't tell where they're gonna come in, so... never mind, it seems to be having the same, I take back some of the nice things that I said about this game. It seems to be having some of the same problems as, damn it, as Sanxion did in the gameplay department. Okay, I'm gonna try to spell whichever word I am able to spell first of the ones that I have in mind that have that beginning. And I find it very difficult because both of the letters that I have in mind as a follow-up are ones that are not the ones that are slow and that I have any chance at all of actually aiming for. It's quite heartbreaking. See, there goes one of them now. Okay, never mind. I'll have to make do with something else. seriously though, who the fuck thought of making a name entry system like this? There. I think we'll have to make do with this. It's as good as it's gonna get. Alright, I reckon we probably got time for like one more run of this game. You know, Ducks forever. Ducks, the best player in this bizarro galactic romp that we have here. Can I complete even one of the freaking control centers? I guess that would be my question at this point. Here comes a control center now. We gotta try to aim for it and immediately gonna get destroyed by one of those things because it doesn't help that the area that you cover horizontally with your shot is nowhere near as close as the area that you cover horizontally with your ship. That is your actual hitbox for dying. It's a little bit of a lopsided difficulty thing there, I would say. I mean, in my understanding, in like later shoot 'em up, like even bullet hell type titles that could be maybe kind of decently, but at least somewhat compared to this. It's kind of the other way around. Your hitbox that you can get hit in is considerably smaller, I think, than the hitbox that you can actually produce with your own attacks, or cover with your own attacks, I guess. Oh, I'm actually gonna be able to complete this one. Okay, managed to complete one control center in the entire game. My goal is officially accomplished, I would say. Got a group bonus though, not enough for an extra life. You have to complete 4 entire control centers. And I don't know if there's like 4 entire control centers in the first level, so I guess I can maybe preemptively assume that there's gonna be more control centers in the later levels, but I don't even know. Certainly haven't seen any on like the tiny amount of level 2 that I've seen so far. Wow, we got another high score. We got to like 10,000 plus without, I guess it's because we can destroy the control center without getting to the end of the first stage. So let's see, what kind of name will be aimed for this time? Probably, oh, yeah, that will be sufficient, I think. And with that, we are brought to the end of it, and not a moment too soon. There we go. Take a look at that high score table, and even with that high score, didn't manage to get above the other ones that I did. And I hope this doesn't save the high scores if I ever decide to like play this again, so I can experience the bizarre nonsense of the high score name entry screen again. Even if just the prospect of me playing this again is kind of unlikely at this point, just because of the observations that I made. But yeah, I'm gonna put the 20 minutes on here again as a purely symbolic thing, because I think we're pretty much at the end of things. There's just one more thing I want to do though. I'm gonna bring this back just for one more moment with the playlist, just because I want to see one thing. I want to see if I do one more roll, will I be able to get a GameCube game? If so, then I will actually do a little bit of overtime to get it. If not, then I will just remember whatever it is that came up for next time, and that will be the first game that I do. No, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. Whenever I do another one of these, I will start with Marvel vs. Capcom. One day I'll actually get a GameCube game to be chosen on the list, I hope. But as I said, that will be not right now. It will be something that I save for, oh goodness, whenever I do this again. Probably in quite some time in the future. Just wanted to check if that would come up. Like, I guess I'm actually gonna have to take a look at how many GameCube games I have on here. Probably not very many, as it happens. Here's where I saw Kirby, you're right. That's pretty much what brought that notion into my mind. I guess I can take a look at the GameCube games that I have on the chase lists or device system. Yeah. Out of what's here, I think just about well, there's Kirby Air Ride, and that might actually be the only game that managed to make it under. Maybe Mario Kart Double Dash? take a look. Is Mario Kart Double Dash on this list? I don't think that's a game that I... Nope, no it is not. And yeah, beyond that, I feel like, yeah, there's probably a few more games that I could actually add to this, just out of principle, but... I feel like there's a different version of this wheel that I would probably want to do at some point, but instead of playing each game for 20 minutes, I play less games and I play each one for like an hour. But that would have to be like a different selection of games. Like maybe Monkey Ball 2 I can do, because I feel like, yeah, Monkey Ball 2, Mario Kart Double Dash, I feel like I could do like effective demos that would show like the gist of the game very readily, even if I only played them for 20 minutes. But for some more of these, it wouldn't quite be the case. Do I have WarioWare Mega Party games? I think, yeah. I think I technically do, but I changed it to Mega Micro games because that's like the superior version to demo if that, yeah, that game comes up. So never mind, that wouldn't count. What about Ikaruga? Is Ikaruga on here? Can that game technically? Yeah, Ikaruga is on here. But I think the only things that I actually have on here that are on the GameCube are Ikaruga and freaking Kirby Air Ride. So maybe I should add a few more to improve my chances. Oh yeah, there you go. You know, it's funny that you say time to go Strider Act, because I feel like that's basically the yeah, quite probably the easiest to remember theme from any Marvel game, both in Marvel 1 and Marvel 3. But yeah, I think with that in mind, that is pretty much where we're gonna be leaving things off. Just taking another look at the stopwatch screen before I make it vanish into the ether there. And take a quick look over here. See what I see, and yeah. Well, not much more else to say. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bring things over to the end of the stream for now. Seems like a good time to do so, but yeah, because I did roll Marvel vs. Capcom at the end there, that will be the first game that I do whenever I do one of these next. We'll fully reference these events as a way to corroborate that, but that will have to be in the future, like I said. But the only exception that I was gonna make to like do anything else at this time did not occur, but I can adjust the list to make that a little bit more likely in the future. Maybe I can add more stuff to the list regardless, that just has like a different criteria. I'd like a probably need to make a separate list that's like stuff that I will demo for like an hour or something, not just 20 minutes, but like I said, right now I am just going to call things for the time being, and for, like I said, pretty much the near future of next week and a half or so. I might be back at the end of the month. I hope I'm able to be back at the end of the month. Should have the opportunity to be here at least next Wednesday night. Or maybe a little bit, well, I don't know. Maybe sometime on Wednesday, I don't know if I'm able to, but until then, I'm pretty much gonna be very sparsely available. I should be able to make the chase at least. That shouldn't be an issue, I don't hope. It's gonna be a little bit, might be a little bit weird on the Thursday chase, assuming that I'm able to make it, which I'm pretty sure I will be able to, but might be a bit weird circumstances. Don't know if they will reflect on the stream at all, but I hope they won't. And then Saturday hopefully won't be a problem, and then should be a problem from then on. But anyway, so pretty much we'll be not doing any streams of my own for that time though. But for now, I think I will end things off by going over to someone who we haven't gotten as much opportunity to raid recently, who is Captain K, which I hope I spelled that right, and it appears that I did. seems to be stuck on this kind of hypnotic display that is the perpetually self-building bridge of the title screen on Genshin Impact, but that's kind of a thing in that stream, just stay at the title screen for very large and inordinate amounts of time. But yeah. Should be able to see you again before too long, hopefully. Y'all, thanks for hanging out. Y'all take it easy, I think. Every word of comment, like always. Thanks for chatting. Always great whenever people chat, and hopefully I'll be able to see you again for more of more of these and more of the stuff that I left pending and that I need to go back to, which would include Monkey Island, the end of Monkey Island 1, and probably starting 2 on the same stream, and then also finally going back to Yakuza 0, and also going back to what's it called, Chrono Cross at some point. Need to actually build up the rest of my way that I have between where I'm at right now in the save that I started to build back up and where I was before then. And probably start something else new at the end of this month. It's gonna be a clusterfuck, but I'll manage. But yeah. Well, that'll all happen when it happens. For now, I will say I will see you later.